Howdy, with this video, I want to go over the schedule real quickly and then go over the song analysis essay. Doing this video on Wednesday, April 9th. Hopefully everybody's getting their MLA medical essay in within the next day or two. On the 11th, where it says review something for essay 4, that's what this video is. This is what you should be watching this video. There's nothing else there. Then after that, we're going to just go back through the same process that we've been doing. We're going to work on the last 3 journal entries. Probably going to cancel discussion board number 5. I want you to stay focused on the essay. I think a discussion board there is just going to be a distraction. So I'll just probably give you all full credit for that. But just like before, you're going to turn in your final topic. You're going to turn in an outline for the essay, your first 2 paragraphs. Then you're going to work on the essay, get the draft in. We'll do the peer reviews. Try and get all that done by May 2nd. We don't really have a final exam in this course. So once you get the essay in, you're just waiting for me to grade that so you can revise it one more time and put it into your e-portfolio. And that'll be it. 3 weeks class left and finals week. Keep in mind, during finals week, the schedule changes for some people. It doesn't if you're in an online class, but if you're taking classes here on campus, the schedule does change a little bit for finals week. I'll send you that schedule later on. It's a little early right now. But basically, we're just working on this final essay number 4 and trying to get that in, right? To go to the assignment, I was looking at stuff there, wasn't I? I put it all in one place. So on the content page, if you come to material for essay number 4, I just kind of put everything in one place to make it easier on us all, so we're not searching all over the place for stuff. But there's the essay assignment, there's the outline assignment for you to fill out. Then there's a sample essay there. And I'm going to open this. All right, and notice a lot of wording here, so make sure you're reading this carefully, particularly the requirements at the bottom. I'm looking for very specific things. But this is going to be a 1,000-word minimum essay. It's not worth as many points as the last essay, or the last 2 essays actually. And it's a little shorter. That's because I don't have much time to grade these, so I kind of want a shorter essay that kind of has everything we've been studying during the semester within it. But you're going to analyze or show your appreciation for one song, for one particular performance, in terms of why you like the song. You're not telling me why I should like the song. You may pick a song I absolutely hate, but it doesn't matter because you're going to tell us why you like the song or why it means something to you. That might be a better way to phrase that. So when you're thinking about a song, don't try to think about the coolest song ever. I like AC/DC. But I don't know if I picked that because I couldn't tell you any of the lyrics to an AC/DC song. It's just thunder, right? So the lyrics aren't going to mean much to me. But maybe the song reminds me of a particular place or a particular person or something like that, so it might work. But you want to kind of ask yourself, why do you like the song? It should be bringing back particular memories. Sorry, I hurt my throat trying to sing like AC/DC there. Maybe the song reminds you of a place, like maybe you have a song that was playing the first time you saw the ocean or something like that, or first time you saw your child, or whatever it is. You might think about the lyrics. Again, you're not just going to tell me what happens in the lyrics. You're going to tell us why the lyrics might mean something to you. Do they comfort you? Are they profound? Do they contain a certain truth you live your life by? Are they just kind of silly and kind of make you happy in the moment? But you keep in mind, you're going to have to get a paragraph out of each one of these reasons. So you kind of got to think about this. And you may end up changing the song 2 or 3 times. It's kind of normal to do that. So even though you may have posted something on the discussion board, I think I'm going to do this song. If you get into it and think, like, okay, maybe not. That's fine too. What else you like about the song, the beat, the performance? If you're going to talk about, and keep in mind you're talking about a particular performance. So if you've seen a band live and that just brings back all these memories and the performance is awesome, that live performance might be the one you want to go with instead of an album performance. It's kind of up to you. But obviously you're going to have to pick a song that means something to you. You may have to, we're going to be doing pre-writing exercises, but you may have to kind of think about this quite a bit before you get too far into the essay. We're going to go back to that 5 paragraph essay format. Again, some students love that format because it's like, okay, I know what he wants in each paragraph. Other students are like, I got to cram all my creativity into these 5 little paragraphs. Um, but it's going to be kind of a longer essay, so it won't kind of feel like that standard 5 paragraph essay probably. But the first paragraph, once you introduce and summarize the song, I'm old. There's a good chance I've never heard that of your song. Um, Although some of you on the discussion boards picking up like the Eurythmics, I'm like, sweet dreams are. I already have the song in my head. But if it's a fairly modern song, I may not have heard it before. So you kind of want to introduce the song, give a brief summary of the song. That summary should be about 2 to 3 sentences, and that's it. Is this a song about love? Is this a song about living life to the fullest, or I hate my ex-boyfriend, or whatever the song's about. But you just want to kind of give us a sense of what it is and what genre we're talking about. You also want to make sure you give us a little information about what specific performance. Is this the studio version of the song? Is this a live version of the song? Is this an unplugged version of the song? Where are you seeing the song at? Then after that, you're going to start giving me a little research, some biographical information about the group or performer, hopefully from their website, so it's fairly accurate. Don't just go to Wikipedia or Billy Bob's, Aerosmith site or something, unless Billy Bob's kind of the authority on the lives of people in Aerosmith. There should be a reliable secondary source, but you want to keep the biography pretty short, and you want to kind of keep it related to whatever you're going to say about the song within your essay. Then eventually, somewhere in your essay, you need to provide additional research from one more source. I want to see at least 2 outside sources, plus the source for your song lyrics. So at least 3 sources in this essay. And that can be about anything about the group or the song or whatever you want to include in there that just furthers the mission of your essay, right? To show your appreciation for the song. Sometimes some groups sing other people's songs, so you might go back to whoever originally wrote the song, right? It just kind of depends on your essay, your song, and what you want to say there. So you're going to have a source for the biography, and you should have another source talking about something else about the music, the genre, or whatever furthers your essay. The last sentence in the first paragraph is going to be your 3-point thesis. And you're going to tell us within that thesis the 3 main reasons you enjoy the song, you appreciate the song, or it brings back memories. The 3 reasons you like this song, or it means something to you. But I want to see those 3 reasons in the thesis, just like the first essay. And then you can start seeing there's some word count requirements here. Should be at least 200 words in that first paragraph, but the research should not dominate the essay. Keep the research kind of concise. Keep the summary kind of concise. Don't give me 5,000 words on Miley Cyrus or Taylor Swift or something like that. Keep it fairly short and keep it kind of related to what you're going to say in the essay, if you can. The body of your essay, you're going to spend a paragraph on each reason the song means something to you. And again, once you get into these paragraphs, don't start summarizing the song over and over, or don't take me from the beginning of the song to the end of the song. You've already given your summary up here in the first paragraph. I'm not looking for an extended summary of the song in your second, third, and fourth paragraphs. You should be focused on why this song means something to you. And again, don't try and come up with the world's greatest song or the coolest song ever. I've had really good essays on something like, if you ever heard the Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny Yellow Polka Dot Bikini song. It's a silly song, doesn't really have a lot of meaning, but it meant a lot to the student because it reminded her of her grandmother. Her parents weren't able to take care of her, so she was raised by her grandmother, and her grandmother loved. They enjoyed being with each other and singing the song. It reminded her of a time when her grandmother actually went out and bought an Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny Yellow Polka Dot Bikini because they liked the song so much. And just her grandmother spending that, it took her a while to find a bikini like that. And just that effort it took for the grandmother to find that and what it meant to this student. And the song obviously reminds her of that effort the grandmother made. And she kind of said, nobody had ever done anything like that for me before. So a very powerful moment for her. Again, not really talking about the song as much as talking about why it means something to her. I can't remember the third reason. Maybe it was the lyrics. I don't know. But a silly song like that could actually have a lot of meaning in certain situations. So it's kind of up to you and which song you're working with. But you're going to spend a paragraph on each reason you like that song. And try not to repeat yourself and don't fall into a summary of the entire song. If I want to hear the song, I'll go play it, right? But like we've been doing, make sure you have a good, clear topic sentences, good sense of detail, good concluding sentences, and as you work with the song, you're going to quote from the song at least 3 times during the essay, just to support what you're saying. Again, you don't want to give me the quote the whole song or something like that, but just enough for us to see why you like the song and how that's supporting what you're saying in that particular paragraph. Again, the conclusion should do more than summarize the essay. So you kind of see we're kind of just repeating the things we've been doing in all the other essays and trying to bring it into like the perfect essay, or as good an essay as we can get here. But what's the overall point of your song analysis? Should everybody go out and buy an itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini, or is there something about the song that we should know about? Is this a song they're going to play at your wedding or your funeral, or what else happening there? And within your essay, don't just answer these questions, in a series. These are just giving you ideas for how to develop that concluding paragraph. But don't restate your thesis. In the conclusion, make sure you end with a good concluding sentence. Then the last page is going to be your works cited page. Again, at least 3 sources. You're going to be quoting from the song, so you need the source of those song lyrics. You need the source of that biographical information in the first paragraph. And then again, you're going to use one additional source for whatever information would help you further the mission of your essay. You need all the fun things we've been working with. The figurative language should come pretty automatically. If you're going to start saying, hey, this is a song that me and my friends sang, when I was a senior in high school and carefree and didn't have any worries in the world, we were singing out loud like a bunch of whatevers, right? So the figurative language will probably come fairly naturally. And again, you're not telling us why somebody else should like your song. You're telling us why this song means something to you. 3 accurate quotes. You're going to use line numbers when you cite from the lyrics. That's poetry. And we'll look at the sample essay. Maybe, well, we might look at it here in a second. Just kind of see that in action. So a little bit different with the MLA formatting in terms of quoting from the lyrics. All the fun punctuation, all the same forbidden words. Try to just pull it all together in one good final essay. Hopefully about a topic that you're interested in one way or another. Whoops. I'm not going to go through in detail with this sample essay, but just want to show you a couple of things. And again, this one has some notes on the side. Be careful, this draft may be based on a different essay assignment than yours, so there may be some things in it that you don't have to have, or she may not have some things in it that you do need to have. This is Clara's I Could Be a Pretty Girl, or Pretty Girl is just the name of the song. She's quoting the lyrics there, that's why it's in quote marks. But she's going to give the introduction to the song. It's a weird genre. This song is just kind of, there's a name for it, I'm sure she has it in here somewhere. Just want you to kind of read through the essay. GarageBand, that's what it's called. We just use Apple products to create a song. The song sounds like this. It's a really, really good song, though, if you've never heard Claro sing this. But when you start quoting from the lyrics, you're going to notice, one, if it's a long quote, 4 or more lines. Use the same line breaks as the original poem, and you're going to cite using the line numbers, and that's what's happening here. That's what the comment's saying. See if I can see a short quote. There's a short quote. So same thing, formatting short quote, same we have been. You want to introduce it, put the quote in quote marks, and then you're going to cite using line number there. That's what that 17 is. There's some other information. I was hoping I find a quote with 2 lines in it. There's the works cited page, and then you're going to supply at the very end the lyrics for the song. And you should be quoting from these lyrics, not out of your own memory or something, because this is where I'm going to check to see the accuracy of your quotes. That's what the essay is going to look like. Again, and she's telling us why she likes the song, what the song means to her. This one probably has a little more research than what you're going to do with this particular essay, but it's a good example of somebody staying focused on why the song means something to her and working with that idea. But I'm going to hush up here. If you have any questions, obviously you're going to ask them, and we will talk to you later. Bye-bye.